Chichen Itza is one of the most visited archaeological sites in the world, with visitors getting explanations of ancient Mayan culture that to this day remains much of a mystery. What is known is largely the result of the work of Yuri Konorazov, a Ukrainian-born Russian academic who is credited with deciphering the Mayan code. Far from Mexico, Konorazov, a young student at the University of Moscow after the end of World War II, came across the work of a German scientist named Paul Schellhaus, who labeled the deciphering of Mayan hieroglyphs an unsolvable problem. Konorazov, who died in 1999, took it on as a personal, lifelong challenge. It was an especially difficult one. The Cold War was at its peak, and the Soviet Stalinist regime prohibited him from traveling or interacting with Western scientists. One of his students, Margarita Albadil, now a researcher at Peter the Great Museum of Anthropology and Ethnography in St. Petersburg, says Konorazov was penalized for actions that were beyond his control during World War II.
Someone was going to invite him to do research, but this door was slammed on him because during the war, his family stayed in territory occupied by Germans. And in Stalin's time, that meant an indelible stain on his record.
Konorazov figured out that each of the symbols in Mayan scripts stood for a syllable, 355 characters in all. With no computer, he wrote everything by hand. His work, though initially challenged by world academics at the time, has since been validated and accepted by leading researchers, including in the United States, who say Konorazov made possible the modern decipherment of Mayan hieroglyphic writing. At Moscow's Konorazov Center for Mesoamerican Studies, today, the culture of North America's pre-Columbian civilizations fascinates many. One of the professors at the center, Galina Urshova, was also a student of Konorazov.
We have worked considerably to make Konorazov's achievements known because what he did was more important than that of others. The previous work, that was the work of an elementary school student compared to what Konorazov accomplished, which was a great discovery.
It wasn't until the last years of his life in the 1990s, after the collapse of communism and Soviet rule, that Konorazov was able to visit the Mayan ruins at Palenque in Mexico. The Mexican government honored him with the highest decoration it gives to foreigners, the Order of the Aztec Eagle. The medal is today guarded affectionately by his granddaughter, Anna Maslova.
Yuri Konorazov was not just a remarkable grandfather. He is the most significant, the most beloved person in my life. We thought alike. He paid all his attention to me when he was not busy with his science. To be short, I wish everyone could have such a grandfather.
Konorazov is largely forgotten in Russia, but his work in deciphering an ancient mystery, all done from the confines of his desk and under the political repression of his time, outlives him. For Olga Pavlova in Moscow, Marcus Harton, VOA News.